I have several big lawsuits and stories to share with you this evening. Donald Trump continues to rise in popularity among Hispanic and Black American voters. Former House Speaker Paul Ryan is proven to have helped Hillary Clinton in her attacks on Donald Trump with the fake Russian dossier. And Russia accuses the United States military of helping carry out an attack on Russian citizens near a beach in Crimea. CNN has just made a huge mistake during an interview with Karoline Levitt, the national press secretary for Donald Trump. During the segment, host Casey Hunt muted Levitt's microphone after she accused CNN's Jake Tapper of bias towards Trump, specifically mentioning past comparisons Jake Tapper made between Trump and Adolf Hitler. Following the interview, Levitt stated, CNN cutting off my microphone for bringing up a debate moderator's history of anti-Trump lies just proves our point that President Trump will not be treated fairly in Thursday's debate. Yet President Trump is still willing to go into this 3-on-1 fight to bring his winning message to the American people, and he will win. Now, it's crazy to me that even after facing criticism for introducing a rule allowing moderators to mute microphones during debates, CNN chose to mute a guest's mic just days before the debate. This decision is very ill-timed and only serves to validate the concerns of Trump supporters before the debate has even started. By the way, thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. It helps me out more than you know, so thank you so much. Now, while Biden is prepping for the upcoming debate, VP Kamala Harris seems to be preoccupied with using the race card as much as possible. During an interview with MSNBC, Kamala Harris stated that it was insulting that Trump said that Black people empathize with him now due to his felony charge and mugshot photo. She stated it's insulting for a number of reasons, including he has reduced the whole population of people down to a sum total of what is in his mind who they are. And he's wrong. And he's wrong, she says. Now, Trump is saying this because Black Americans have been saying this. Oh, I feel like the justice system is against me. Oh, I'm up on charges that I shouldn't have. Oh, the legal system is out to get me. Now, remember, this is coming from a woman who served in the judicial system over California and has literally jailed more Black people than almost all other attorney generals over charges as low as having a little bit of marijuana. Now she's acting like she didn't do that and she wants to legalize marijuana. So if anyone is insulting, it should be her history. Donald Trump hasn't locked Black people up. Kamala Harris has. Now, is it just me, or is this next generation of Democrats really bad at campaigning? There's no better example of this than the pro-Palestinian rally Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez just spoke at. During her walkout to speak, AOC blasted an expletive-filled rap song by Cardi B in the background. The topic is about saving women and children from death in Gaza. Why are you playing rap music where Cardi B says she's going to take shots and shake her butt? Later in the same song, Cardi B literally says her butt is thick like peanut butter and other things I don't want to repeat here on YouTube because you might have children listening. Now, can you imagine what would happen if Trump did this while discussing Israel or literally any other topic? Also, at the same time, Representative Jamal Bowen of New York was there, and he was saying the F word multiple times in each paragraph, trying to rally the crowd while there's literally 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds listening to this man scream the F word as he tries to speak over the music. So just kind of weird to me. I don't really like going places where people are screaming swear words around my children, but maybe that's just me. Now, the timing of this story was actually perfect because Fox News host Jesse Waters interviewed a former Obama mega donor by the name of Allison Hune, who has since become a Republican because she takes issue with what the Democrat Party has become. She stated the Democrats were policing the wrong things. The things that we need to police are violent crimes that are scattered throughout the streets of San Francisco. People defecating, shooting up heroin in front of me and my kids, and allowing criminals to go in and steal from our grocery store, shutting down grocery stores. He, Trump, had the information. He is all there with the things that matter. Education, his kids are well educated. He fights crime, immigration, and does business. So this former mega donor to Obama is now saying, I can't even associate with Democrats, and I'm certainly not voting for Joe Biden, ruining the country with illegals and crime and a bad environment for growing a business. She also didn't mention war, which might be another reason for her disdain towards Biden. For America's recent actions, it's clear Biden has a love for military involvement versus diplomacy. Here's an example. Russia recently called in their U.S. ambassador in response to America's increasing support of Ukraine. This happened shortly after allegations surfaced that Ukraine employed American missiles in a strike on Crimea, which killed 4 and injured 150. Now, according to Russia, the missiles used in the attack were said to be fine-tuned for targeting by the U.S. military. Now, this is a very serious charge. For example, this would be equivalent to Cuba firing missiles at people on a beach in Florida and killing people with Russian warships as they sat in the ports of Cuba. Now, America, it seems, is trying to provoke Russia into a greater war conflict while at the same time pretending they have no involvement. Oh, no, we didn't do that. We didn't give them all of the data that they need in order to attack this beach full of Russians in Crimea. Crazy. All right, now a quick word from today's video sponsor. Do you owe back taxes? Pandemic relief is now over. Along with hiring thousands of new agents and field officers, the IRS has kicked off 2024 by sending out 5 million pay up or else letters to those who have unfiled taxes or balances owed. Don't waive your rights and speak with them on your own. They are not your friends. Tax Network USA, a trusted tax relief firm, has saved over $1 billion in back taxes for their clients, and they can help you secure the best deal possible. Now, whether you owe $10,000 or $10 million, they can help you. Whether it's business or personal taxes, even if you have the means to pay or you are on a fixed income, they can help you finally resolve your tax burden once and for all. Call 1-800-245-6000 for a private free consultation or visit tnusa.com/Gardner. Now, I have a big bombshell story to share with you that came out in the last 48 hours. Remember how then Speaker Paul Ryan unsuccessfully ran as Mitt Romney's vice president? Well, it's now come out that Paul Ryan helped cover up the fake Russian dossier created by Hillary Clinton and Fusion GPS. It's come out of a London, England lawsuit that House Speaker Paul Ryan had the dossier from the beginning and kept it hidden. He knew it was fake and said nothing for 8 years while the country became further and further divided politically and had mixed feelings about the presidency of Donald Trump. This thing has been absolutely proven to be false, yet Paul Ryan has known. He's held the documents and said nothing for 8 years. Now, I'd like to know from you over in the chat, do you think that Paul Ryan should have some kind of consequences? I mean, think how damaging this has been to the United States of America, to the office of presidency, to Donald Trump's presidency. And all of this because he was jealous of Donald Trump and hated him so much, he was willing to let the country fall apart. He really is a rhino. All right, now, as America seems to be fine escalating the war in Ukraine, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is under pressure to wind down the war in Gaza and end it. To illustrate this point, he recently stated, "We need to eliminate all the Hamas battalions, and now we are in Rafah, and we are about to finish this stage." With that being said, Benjamin Netanyahu later clarified that only the intense phase will end in southern Gaza. However, the goal to completely destroy Hamas and remove them from government, that will continue. Now, if I had to guess, he's just trying to keep his allies happy by scaling back and possibly pulling out of Rafah in southern Gaza. Now, I say allies because the United States used to be a great ally of Israel, but now they're destroying that bond because of the bad feelings between Netanyahu and Joe Biden. While Biden can play dumb all he wants, Netanyahu once again repeated his claim that the U.S. slowed down shipments of aid purposefully during a press conference. Now, I'm not sure why the White House denied these claims, as Biden himself publicly admitted that he has been trying to slow things down and encourage Netanyahu and Israel to pull out and to stop their attacks. Okay, now, this is a big story, but I'll tell you my thoughts on it. According to Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, Biden was hit with a big blow today. He said, "The court has granted our motion to block Joe Biden's illegal student loan plan. Congress never gave Biden the authority to saddle working Americans with $500 billion in other people's debt. This is a huge win for the Constitution." Now, I agree with him, but I'm going to push back on this big news story. The Supreme Court already ruled that it was illegal and unlawful for Biden to forgive $500 billion of student loan debt. However, Biden then moved forward and has forgiven around $100 billion in student loan debt. No one cared. No one stopped him. Mitch McConnell, barely complained. Mike Johnson complained, but didn't call for a vote, didn't do anything, because secretly maybe they want Biden to be successful. I don't know. So although I think it is a win, Biden basically gave the Supreme Court the middle finger, smiled, and wrote more checks. So although it's a big deal, I'm not holding my breath that anything's going to happen other than Biden continuing to give people student loan debt. All right, now 5 states have banded together to sue Pfizer for lying to the American people about the safety and efficacy of the miracle shots. Now, Pfizer misled the public about the safety and efficacy. We know this to be true now. Pfizer said its shot was safe, even though they knew that the shot was connected to serious adverse events, including heart issues like myocarditis and pericarditis, failed pregnancies, spontaneous miscarriages, and even death. They knew all of this. They knew it. Now, Pfizer said its shot was effective, even though the efficacy waned very, very quickly and did not stop the transmission or the introduction of new variants. Pfizer concealed this from the public and buried the information. Pfizer said its shot would prevent transmission, even though the study's data proved that it would not. This is a big lawsuit. I hope that it goes through because, gosh dang it, somebody needs to be held accountable. 18,000 people dead, hundreds of thousands injured, and yet they pretend like absolutely nothing has happened. But I don't know. I'm like to the point where it just seems like people in government, they get away with crimes that the rest of us wouldn't be able to get away from. And why? Because these donors keep them in office. That's why. So messed up. But listen, I don't want to be pessimistic. I'm really, really hopeful that Pfizer will be held accountable and they will go down in history yet again as one of the largest fined companies in the world. Why do we continue to trust them when they tell us things? I don't know why, but we do. All right, that's my update for today. As I know more, I will come on and share more with you. Before you go, I want to remind you that you are amazing. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. I am going to put a video right here after this live. It is of an interview with Chanel Rion from OAN News. It is very, very insightful. I thought it was a great interview. Please go check it out. It was really, really great. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks so much. And I will see you on the next video.